Hi, welcome back. We are going to look at our tools. We're about to start taping and mudding. And so first things first, we'll go ahead and look at what tools we're going to use for taping and mudding. I brought these out specifically because a lot of times we're gonna run into screws that didn't get put in all the way. Happens a lot, and either you can screw them in or you can hit it with a hammer and knock it in underneath so you can apply the mud evenly and there won't be no bumps. The next thing we're going to look at is the knife and the tape. Now, a lot of people like to use paper tape, and I have nothing against paper tape. I think it's wonderful. I just really like mesh tape, and the reason is if you do that to paper tape, you can tear it. But if you do it to mesh tape, it's super strong, and there's no way you can tear this with your hands. You have to use a knife. So, to me, it just seems like it's stronger. So, we also have our tape and mudding knives. I like to use a nice big pan, a 12 to 12-inch knife, 12 to 14-inch knife, and a 6 to 8-inch knife for starting coats, and a big one for my finished coats. All right. The next things we're going to be looking at is for mixing. This particular type of joint compound is the topping compound, and I use that for my last coats, and it's a pre-mixed product, so you don't have to add water or mix it or any of that stuff. You just pretty much use it right out of the box. Although it is sometimes good to put a little water in this to lighten it up a little bit. Makes it spread a little easier. All right, I like to use for my base coats the Fast Set 40. Now, there's also Fast Set 5, Fast Set 20, and Fast Set 90. And all of those are definitely good, too. With a Fast Set 5, you can barely got time to mix a bundle up in a pan. With the 20-minute, you can only mix one pan. But with 40-minute, you can mix, like, 3 or 4 pans, maybe even 5, and, like, be able to get a nice, smooth, mud laid on the walls without it hardening up so fast. And then, once you get that mud laid, it hardens up within 40 minutes of mixing it, so it makes it a very good product if you like to move fast when you're doing your drywall. If you're new and you're starting out with drywall, I recommend that you use a pre-mixed product that doesn't dry right away. I would go with Hamilton's joint compound. It comes in the same box as this, except it says joint compound on the side. That will definitely give you some time to work out your technique as far as putting the mud on. I like to use a drill and a mixer when I mix my mud that I have to mix by hand, and I like to put it in a bucket, and I can mix like 4 or 5 pans in one pop, and if I got a couple guys working with me, that really helps me out because then, you're not mixing by hand each tray of mud, which kind of actually works out these muscles really well. So, and it's kind of painful after a while. So, that's pretty much it for tools, and if you want to, I'd like to get going.